Thank you, Ghalib, and thank you to the forum, Sharq Forum, for this initiative and the ISPI. And okay, yes, I have maybe the both sides between the North African one and the European one, because I'm elected in Italy, so I feel like the bridge between these two opinions. Actually, after the Arab Spring, it's more complicated to talk about the MENA region, because we see more and more fragmentation in the region and more complicated situation there. And of course, if we look at the situation in Syria, the no state in Syria, and the situation in Iraq, in Yemen, and Libya, and all the conflict in this area, and in one hand, and if we see also the Gulf crisis and the effect of the Gulf crisis for the stability of the region, not just in the economic way, but also in the security way, we see that we are in a very critical situation. And this fragmentation doesn't depend just from the geopolitics agenda, from the traditional major powers such US, Russia, and China, and European Union, but especially from the regional actors in this region, as like Iran, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and Emirates, Qatar, Egypt, and the role of this regional actors in this area. So, talking to the stability in this region, in my opinion, we need a compromise, not just between this traditional global action, but we need especially a compromise and to build consensus between these regional actors. And this is maybe the main challenge now for the region. We face the same problem: terrorism, migration, refugee crisis, economic crisis, smuggling, and we should cooperate more for this stability. So how we can move from this fragmentation? I think we have a good example of the model of the European Union. They start from the economic cooperation, and actually for the guarantee of the stability in the region, we have to have more and real economic cooperation between the country and within the MENA region, so the Middle East and North Africa. If we see now in the model of the Maghreb Union, we see that every single country of the Maghreb Union have maybe more than 70% of commercial exchange and economic exchange, economic cooperation are with Europe, not between the country of the Maghreb Union. And it doesn't depend just from the Sahara problem or this, but about the mentality, about the less cooperation between us, this regional country. So I think if we want to arrive, if we want to have the stability, and if we want to guarantee the security, we should start from the real cooperation and real economic cooperation in the Maghreb and in in the Middle East also. So I think, is also time to thinking about the supranational organization or a platform where we can solve all this problem of the Middle East and North Africa. And here we have the example maybe of the USU, the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe. Maybe we have to do the same in the Middle East and North Africa. A platform where we can have more promotion of political dialogue in the region, and the security cooperation and the economic growth and the protection of human rights in this area. And maybe we need a defense pact also between us. So it's important the economic to start from the real economic cooperation, but we need also a very large defense pact And maybe it's a little bit difficult in the short and medium term, but maybe in the long term can be a solution for the security in the region and for the stability in the region. And here we have, maybe in Europe here is not the good example after the complication and the problem to concretization, the PESCO agreement, the permanent security cooperation, and we can see that from the French proposition in this last period about the European Intervention Initiative, and we can see that inside the European Union, with different vision for the region, maybe is a little bit difficult to have this defense pact. So maybe even for our region will be difficult, but we should start to thinking about that. Another point about this good cooperation we have is small initiative, and I think it's a very good initiative for the resolve the problem in the region. The Tunisian one with the neighborhood country about the situation in Libya, because, yes, I finished. The situation in Libya. We had in the last period this Tunisian initiative with Algeria and Egypt, and with our friends in Libya to find a solution for the region with a political dialogue and economic dialogue. And we don't see yet the result, but I think it is a good thing about this regional player also to have a positive role without interfere inside the choice and the situation inside Libya. So it's a way to help the compromise in a positive way. This is good experience. Maybe we have a bad experience after the Arab Spring with some country who interfere actually inside the other country like Syria and Libya, the situation in Syria and Libya. But we have also some positive example. And I think the difference here is the value and the principle that we take in consideration with all this initiative. When we have a regional or external initiative about a situation like a country like Libya and Syria, we should have this big value, the democratization of this country, the respect of the choice of the people, and the respect of human rights, and the respect of the choice of the population. So yes, we can have small, and we have small positive initiative, but if we want to have a good solution and a good cooperation, we should start from economy and from this respect of this value for the region. So maybe we will have for the next generation a solution and stability in this region. Thank you.
Well, thank you very, very much.